Good morning. This is Jyotirmay, Department of Biology. So now we are going to continue the next topic of useful microorganisms. So in a previous class we discussed about what are the microorganisms and what types of microorganisms present. Now we look at what are the uses of microorganisms, how we make use in our regular life. Just look at. So generally, friendly microorganisms are which are useful for us, which helps in making of curd, bread, and making of alcohol and vinegar. And some of the microorganisms are useful in making medicines and vaccines, and increasing of soil fertility as well as cleaning the environment. For different purposes, the microorganisms are useful. In that, the first one, how microorganisms are helpful to make curd and bread. So just we start looking. So how curd is made? Generally, curd we get from milk. Am I right? We get from milk. Milk to curd. To change this milk to curd, there is a bacteria acting, that is Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus is a bacteria which converts milk to curd. So generally, milk has a sugar called lactose. This sugar is converted into the form of lactic acid. When lactobacillus to a milk, when you add buttermilk, then the buttermilk has this lactobacillus. This lactobacillus starts converting lactose sugar into lactic acid by using carbon dioxide. In the process of respiration, lactobacillus releases carbon dioxide, right? And it takes oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide helps in conversion of lactose to lactic acid. By this way, the curd is synthesized, curd is made. Along with the curd, even bacteria, some of the bacteria are also useful in making of idlis, regular like idli, dosa, even in making of cheese also. In making of cheese, junnu, in making of cheese also the bacteria is useful. See, night time if you prepare the dough, by the next day you find the idli flour with a porous and fluffy, and even dosa flour, even cheese also. So how these idli, dosa, cheese become porous and smooth pliable because of the action of lactobacillus working on it. Even not only lactobacillus, any other bacteria also can be worked on it. So this is about curd. Then we look at about bread. How bread is made by microorganisms. So how bread is made? To make bread we use wheat flour or any flour. The flour can be taken. Therefore, when you add with the water and make the dough later, when you cook it if you cook it, then you get bread. But generally when you prepare a dough, it is not much porous and not be pliable. Then how it becomes porous and pliable? When you add a material to it, nothing but a microorganism to it, nothing but called yeast. If you add yeast to it, the bread becomes porous. Even in making of cakes, burgers, even in pizzas, in some items when they are making it, they use yeast in it. Yeast is generally available in bakeries. If you ask for bakery yeast, then they will give you. So to a dough, nothing but taking a wheat flour. Wheat flour is nothing but contains sugar in it. Am I right? That sugar will be converted into the form of acids, so that the bread becomes pliable. Even in making of wine, even in alcohol and vinegar also, the same is used. Yeast is used. the yeast makes, converts sugar to alcohol. Even in not only bread, even in making of alcohol also. Even you see molasses, even molasses also. Molasses is generally, in a sugar industry where sugar is produced. There, after making of the jaggery, remaining leftover material, which is dark material, is known molasses. From that molasses also they get alcohol, but which is cheap quality, it is known ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is made by yeast. How? By a process called fermentation. What is this process known? Fermentation, the conversion of sugar into alcohol in the presence of carbon dioxide. Yeast follows anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, they produce carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide will convert sugar into alcohol. This process is known fermentation. By the process of fermentation, we get from the sugar alcohol. Okay. Even from molasses also we get ethyl alcohol. Even not only the sugar, you can take rice, wheat, barley, grapes. Not only from fruit juices. We know that from fruit juices we get alcohol. Nothing but like wine, beer, rum, whiskey, like and vodka. Like some of the alcohol we get from grape juice. Even we not only get from grape juice, even from wheat, rice, barley also can be used to extract alcohol, because even those items also contain sugar. And next one we need to look at about, here we have seen how bread is made and alcohol. From these alcohol, how we get vinegar. This is very important point. Just remember. So when to alcohol, if you add a bacteria called Acetobacter aceti. What is the bacteria name? Acetobacter aceti. If you add bacteria to the alcohol, these alcohol converts into the form of vinegar. Here also, the respiration takes place when Acetobacter aceti is respiring. Here, it takes oxygen, right? In the presence of this oxygen, this alcohol converts into vinegar. So here the simple logic. We get vinegar from alcohol. Alcohol we get from sugar. So to convert sugar to alcohol, yeast is helping. And to convert alcohol to vinegar, bacteria is helping. By this way, they follow a fermentation process and they convert sugar to alcohol. Got it? This is one of the production. Commercial production. Generally we earn money by this way. Yes, even our government is getting full of profit because of the production of alcohol. People are buying it so that the Abkari department got full good amount of profit now. So that even government also running because of this Abkari department. Abkari department which runs with the alcohol and like wine, beer, like those are selling the market. The permission will be given by Abkari department. Got it? So by this way, commercial income. And next we look at medical use, how we use in medicinal industry. So for previous previous topic, there are few experimentation. Just simply prepare it out and leave it for half an hour or 1 hour. Then the size of the increases. Mean here fermentation, to improve fermentation. If not, do one more thing. Take a glass of water and in that add 1 spoonful of sugar and later add yeast to it and leave it for half an hour. Then you get a alcoholic smell. So mean here the sugar converted into alcohol. So by this way also we can do the experimentation. So next to use medicinal use, right? Just do it. So generally from some of the bacteria and from some of the fungi actually at first was discovered by Alexander Fleming. Who is the person? Alexander Fleming. The Alexander Fleming, when he was doing experimentation on streptomycin bacteria, he forgot that in a laboratory, at the time of war, he forgot that about in a laboratory. Later, after 1 week, when he was seen there, suddenly, surprisingly, he found there a white color growth around the middle of the part of bacteria. So, the area where this fungi grown, there was no growth of bacteria. Later, he made it as a powder and utilized it for the soldiers who injured in that war. Surprisingly, that wounds all were healed. So, by this way, he made a great antibiotic known penicillin. You know, generally if you are exposed to any wound, even you get any wound, then they sprinkle a white powder on it. It is a penicillin, which stops the growth of bacteria. And next, tetracycline. Tetracycline is also known actually iomycin. This was actually found by a greatest scientist of our India, known Yellapuragada Subbarao. He was the first person who introduced this, and he said this antibiotic can be used for curing TB and typhoid. And here forgot here, tetracycline is extracted from Streptomyces bacteria, and here it is used to cure TB and typhoid along with a common disease known plague. Olden days people used to die because of rat bite. That rat bite, people get plague disease. To cure that plague, people use iomycin antibiotic. Next, erythromycin. Now we are using erythromycin nowadays, antibiotic in corona treatment. They are using it. And this erythromycin also we get from Streptomyces. And next, gentamicin. Generally body pains or any because of bacterial infection, we get body aches or something, then they make use of gentamicin. It is we get from Micromonospora bacteria. And next, chloramphenicol. It's very famous. Generally in our cough syrup or cold tablet, this combination you find in it. This chloramphenicol is extracted from Streptomyces. And bacitracin. Generally any urinary infections or something infection because of bacteria in your body, then they make use of this bacitracin, Bacillus subtilis. So by this way, different antibiotics are used as a medicinal industry, and those are extracted from bacteria and fungi. Then we look at how vaccines are produced. Okay, from microorganisms. So microorganisms are useful to get medicines. That medicines that we are using to control all viral infections or bacterial infections like typhoid, tuberculosis, malaria, and next dengue, like different viral infections. Even now for corona also, people are making use of antibiotic, azithromycin. Got it? So now, medicine is for treatment, but prevention is better than cure. So, for prevent our body from diseases, we have taken advanced vaccine. You know, vaccine. Vaccine, the word came from vacca, means cow. What is the story behind it? Generally, this vaccination at first started by Edward Jenner, so that he is known father of vaccination, and he was the first person who introduced the vaccination. So olden days there used to be popular of a disease known cowpox. So from the cowpox pustule, he collected some liquid, and that he neutralized and later injected to a 8 years old boy. Later that boy was cured. The boy did not get no more chickenpox or smallpox or anything in his future. So he decided to give this vaccination for all. By this way, he saved a number of people's lives. So vaccination is given for precaution before prevention from disease. Now for COVID also people are trying to get vaccine. Russia implemented the vaccine, but how much it works we need to look at. So like there are different vaccinations given to you, even me also. Just look at it. The polio vaccine. This is free of cost, you get this polio vaccine. This actually first was introduced by Jonas Salk. First it was injection, and this Jonas Salk did not take any patent right on it. He wants to give for people free of cost. And later this injection made into oral droplet by Albert Sabin. Got it. And later smallpox, just now I told you, Edward Jenner. And next chickenpox by Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur introduced chickenpox in previous class I told you. And next rabies also by Louis Pasteur. Next rabies also vaccination given by Louis Pasteur. And DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. Diphtheria means whooping cough, and pertussis is also type of same like cough. And tetanus, generally then when you get any injury, you get a TT injection, tetanus vaccination. That you get in your age of when you are small age. And next BCG, Bacillus calmette-guerini is used to control and cure TB, tuberculosis disease. And MMR vaccine, measles, mumps, rubella. To prevent from these diseases, we get this vaccination. And hepatitis B. Like there are different vaccinations are made from microorganisms. In this vaccine, some of the microorganisms are alive, some of them are died, some of them are attenuated, mean like they are not died, not alive, they are in inactive conditions. So by this way, the microorganisms are injected into our body. Then your body becomes alert and antibodies are produced. By this way, you can protect your body from different types of diseases. So the number of vaccinations introduced, and like now for each and every disease also they are trying to introduce vaccination to prevent from diseases. And next we look at about how microorganisms useful in increasing of soil fertility and cleaning the environment. Is it clear? So just we start. So generally increasing soil fertility or cleaning the environment can be done by bacteria and fungi majorly. These two have the major activation in cleaning of the environment and increasing the soil fertility by decomposing, because they are saprophytes which feed on dead and decaying matter. So when they are feeding on dead and decaying matter, they release some chemicals to break down the complex to simpler. So when they are breaking it into complex to simpler, the nutrients which are present in their body like nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, zinc, magnesium, like iron, iodine, like what are the minerals are present in their body are mixing with the soil. When they are mixing into the soil becomes fertile, as well as if you threw a dead body of a plant or an animal, after 1 week or 10 days, you can't find the dead body there because it gets decomposed. By decomposition of the organism, it also increases the fertility of soil. Both things happens at a time. So generally here there are some bacteria helpful, even fungi. So majorly which are helping to fix the nitrogen into the soil. Majorly for plant growth or for our growth, for our animal growth, nitrogen is very very important. Then that nitrogen, how it is fixed into the soil? By the rhizobium bacteria. You know in 7th class we learned in a process of symbiosis. The rhizobium bacteria lives in leguminous plants and fixes the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. When you provide water to the plant, then the nitrogen dissolved in the water and taken through the roots, and is carried to different parts of the plant. Even the same activity done by Nitrobacter. Even this Nitrobacter also fixes the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. And Enamina master, these two are known blue-green algae, actually which are in blue and green color. And these two also fixes atmospheric nitrogen into the soil and makes soil fertile. And next fungi. Fungi also makes soil fertile and helps in cleaning of the environment. That is the reason they are also called scavengers. They clean the environment and keeps neat. So by this way, there are different microorganisms which are helpful for making curd, bread, alcohol and vinegar, and making of different antibiotics like tetracycline, erythromycin, and vaccines are like nowadays I forgot to tell you, AIDS vaccine also there, even Zika vaccine, even for dengue also there is a vaccination along with the tuberculosis, BCG, MMR, along with that. And increasing soil fertility and cleaning. In this way, the bacteria and fungi helpful. To know about this decomposition, do one thing. Dig a small area of your garden and take some of the leaves and vegetable peels and throw into it and close it for 1 week to 10 days. Later, after you find, it gets half of decomposed material, that is known compost. So here it proves that bacteria or microorganisms can decompose. Even one more thing to it, take plastic or polythene covers, add it to the pit. They never get decomposed. For decomposition takes nearly 100 to 200, even sometimes 500 years also. And the polythene and plastic causes damage to these microorganisms. And along with that, I forgot to tell you one more thing is one more thing is BT. You know BT seeds. What is the full form of BT? BT is nothing but Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis is a bacteria generally act as a pesticide to control pest generally. Got it? And also it controls the fungal growth in a plant. Got it? So by this way, different uses of bacteria and fungi in our regular life, we are using it. Then these are useful bacteria and useful microorganisms. Then how microorganisms are harmful to us by causing different diseases. So in the next class we look at about different harmful microorganisms and different diseases and how to cure. Got it? Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.